In my last video, I said there are several Snow White characters to counter Cersei's role as the evil queen, and I mentioned Jon Snow as one of them. Today, I'm going to show why Jon Snow is drawn from Snow White and why it matters. For this video, I'll be sourcing Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Grimm's original telling, Little Snow White, HBO's Game of Thrones, and George R. R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire series. At the beginning of the story, a queen sits sewing at an open window during a winter snowfall when she pricks her finger with her needle, causing 3 drops of red blood to drip onto the freshly fallen white snow on the black windowsill. Then she says to herself, "How I wish that I had a daughter that had skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as night." Jon's mother, who is definitely Lyanna Stark, did not prick her finger and see blood and ask for a child with red lips. However, Ned does recall Lyanna lying in a bed with bloody sheets at Jon's birth. Snow White's mother's wish sounds prophetic. She speaks into the universe what she wants and is given exactly that. Jon's birth wasn't entirely foretold, but is suspected to be the result of Rhaegar Targaryen's desire to fulfill the prince who was promised prophecy. The man had her brother's hair, but he was taller, and his eyes were a dark indigo rather than lilac. "Aegon," he said to a woman nursing a newborn babe in a great wooden bed. "What better name for a king?" "Will you make a song for him?" the woman asked. "He has a song," the man replied. "He is the prince that was promised, and his is the song of ice and fire." Rhaegar says the prince who was promised has a song. You might say he has one song. One song? One song? Like the song of ice and fire? One love that has possessed him? Like the others? Anyways, there's no way to absolutely confirm what Rhaegar wanted or why he wanted to fulfill the prophecy. However, it is commonly believed that Rhaegar read something related to the Long Night and the others, and believed he needed to have 3 children so that his son would be the prince who was promised and will bring an end to the Long Night. But, like I said, there's no way to know. If that theory is correct, though, then I have some good news for Rhaegar's ghost. Jon is pretty much definitely one of the heads of the dragon and will contribute to ending the Long Night. Once he's resurrected, that is. It's 100% because I was raised on Disney movies, but whenever I hear or read Prince Who Was Promised, I think of this song from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs where she's singing to the dwarves about the prince. "Someday my prince will come, someday we'll meet again, and away to his castle we'll go, to be happy forever I know. Someday when spring is here, we'll find our love anew." Anyways, Jon has a few huntsman figures in his life. I would say the most important is Ned. While he didn't go after Jon specifically, he went after Lyanna, and as a result found Jon. King Robert might have wanted baby Jon dead if he knew that he was the son of Lyanna and Rhaegar. By keeping Jon's heritage a secret, he spares Jon's life in a way. Snow White isn't a secret princess from the moment of her birth, but when her father dies, her stepmother dresses her in rags and treats her like a servant to hide her beauty. Then she tries to keep her identity secret when she runs away from the huntsman in the woods. Starks are described as having pale skin, dark hair, and long faces, and part of why Catelyn hates Jon so much is that he looks like Ned, therefore he looks like a Stark, therefore he looks like Snow White. And Catelyn is his cruel mother/queen figure, and her anger and treatment of him is part of what influences his decision to join the Night's Watch, though she doesn't directly threaten his life. And if you'll again recall the Disney movie, when Snow White is running from the huntsman, she gets lost in the woods, and due to her fear, she hallucinates monsters chasing her and angry faces on the trees. Which brings to mind the faces on the weirwood trees and the monsters, which are the others. Snow White doesn't have a pet wolf, but John's wolf does have the same colors as Snow White, meaning he has pale fur and red eyes, also similar to the weirwood trees. Finally, our Snow White takes shelter with 7 dwarves. While Jon Snow befriends only one dwarf, it's Tyrion Lannister, both of our Snows learn truths from their dwarf friends. Tyrion is the only one to tell Jon the truth about the Night's Watch. Jon joining the Night's Watch also parallels Snow White living with dwarves. You can also view Jon ranging from beyond the wall and having to adapt to wildling culture for survival as his version of running away and living with dwarves as well. This makes me think that he might have to do that a 3rd time since George loves the rule of 3s. The moral of Snow White can be interpreted as a warning that beauty and innocence are more desirable than anything else. There's also a Christian interpretation where Snow White is meant to be pure like a saint and is corrupted by an apple, which symbolizes the apple in the Garden of Eden, and since in the original tale her body rejects the apple/knowledge, Snow White's purity is what grants her resurrection. But Jon isn't a virgin or a saint, and he wasn't murdered because of his beauty, so what gives? I'll tell you what I think. In the story of Snow White, when the dwarves are going off to work and leaving the princess alone in the cottage, they tell her not to take anything from strangers, look out for the queen, and don't let anyone in the cottage. Jon is betrayed by the Night's Watch because he is mostly ignoring the words of his advisors, like Snow White, but for the sake of the greater good. In Jon's 5th chapter in A Dance with Dragons, there's a long scene in which Jon is overseeing the very strict rationing rule he created being carried out as refugees wait in line for their 1 apple or 1 onion. He does this for a very good reason. He wants to make sure everyone is fed and has food for as long as possible. The apples, however, are withered, as in not good, very much reminding me of Snow White's poisoned apple. Jon bringing so many wildlings to Castle Black is what is creating the struggle when the Night's Watch's supplies were already waning. So these bad apples given to the wildlings when the Night's Watch are supposedly meant to keep wildlings away parallels Snow White letting in the disguised queen to the cottage and later accepting that bad apple. In A Dance with Dragons, the Night's Watch are the ones who give the apples, and they're the ones who betrayed Jon. So why does it matter? In the Grimm's telling of Snow White, she wakes up after her body is being moved and a piece of the poison apple falls out of her throat and she can breathe again. In the Disney version, after Snow White was poisoned, true love's kiss is what resurrects her. As of right now, Jon has 2 kind of love interests, Val and Melisandre. In A Storm of Swords, Catelyn Stark is resurrected when Beric Dondarrion gives her the kiss of life. This is thought to be fire magic given by R'hllor. We readers are 1,000,000% certain that Jon Snow will be resurrected. Precedent has been set for Jon to be brought back to life, maybe not by true love's kiss, but a kiss from R'hllor. Perhaps not literally, maybe symbolically through Melisandre's magic. Or maybe, if Mel realizes that the fires were showing her Jon when she asked to see Azor Ahai, she'll literally give him the kiss of life, sacrificing her life for him, but probably not. So, there's a Disney fan theory that Snow White actually died when she ate the poison apple, and that the prince coming to take her to his castle was actually an angel taking Snow White to heaven, and that's why the castle at the end of Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs looks like it's in clouds. I personally think it was just an aesthetically pleasing way for the animators to end the first full-length animated feature ever, but art can be interpreted many different ways. If you want to, you could use that Disney theory to support a theory that Jon will be woken by something already dead, or angel-like, or even demon-like. The others. Those who are into A Song of Ice and Fire lore will be aware of the Night's Queen, a figure who is supposedly a female White Walker and stole the seed and soul of the 13th Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. Well, Jon is a Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. Wouldn't it be crazy if the Night's Queen woke, quote-unquote, Jon? As I mentioned in my Cersei video, the Grimm's evil queen meets her demise when she is forced to dance in a pair of hot iron shoes at Snow White's wedding. When applied to Jon, that can symbolize Catelyn, Jon's evil stepmother, dying at the Red Wedding. Maybe it foreshadows a queen or mother figure burning to death like Melisandre. But I like to look at it remembering that Fae in Lorne mythology are poisoned by iron. We also know from Old Nan that the others hate iron, and there's some sort of nature-related spirits, like Fae. So, what if, at a battle or, say, a wedding relating to Jon Snow, the Night's Queen metaphorically puts on a pair of burning iron shoes and dances to death? Fire sounds like a good weapon to use against ice magic, and iron is a great weapon to use against fairies. If you don't believe me, you can Google it, just trust me. Maybe an evil queen dances the dance of dragons. Or maybe, just like in the tale of Snow White, our Snow White figure, secret royalty, gets married to, I don't know, a prince or princess who is promised, and their union brings the demise of the Night's Queen or the others? I don't know. Hey, I'm not gonna deny that I'm totally out of my mind, because I probably am. Maybe I'm seeing things that aren't there. But Jon Snow is very clearly and obviously a Snow White parallel, so why would George include that? Please share your theories in the comments, as well as whose fairy tale analysis you'd like to see next. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for watching. Bye!